Today, I'm going to talk about what's happening with the budget, but I want to lead off with a couple of good news stories. First, we've been able to stand up a Zoom-based foster care visitation system in a month that is delivering more visits than we had before we started it and has been reasonably well received by everyone in the system. Both parties and both chambers in the legislature have extended Governor Inslee's waiver of the law requiring in-person visits until the end of May, based on how well we've implemented it and how transparent we've been about the data. Second, since the pandemic, we've been able to support the childcare system with a couple of thoughtful supports, and we've had similar bipartisan support for this. We essentially kept subsidized childcare payments level, keeping our providers afloat. I was praised for spending money this way by one of the Senate budget writers this morning, much to my pleasant surprise. They understand that we need to have this system working for parents in order for the economy to recover. Our entire system, finance, IT, the childcare teams, the foster kid teams, work together to make both of these stories happen very quickly. Great stories. Now, I spent much of the last week talking with key legislators about budget. My goals were to understand what they were likely to do in this special session and what input they needed from us. The good news is that there is broad bipartisan support for our mission, and there's a lot of trust about how we go about our work. This relationship helps insulate us from craziness and is worth investing in. There's also a lot of concern that we all share about the impact the budget situation will have on us as an agency. There isn't a consensus yet on what will happen and when, but I still personally predict they will want to come back in June for a special session. We'll see how this turns out, and we're investing in doing what I taught young men to do in the Boy Scouts when I was a leader: be prepared. You heard from me last week on the actions we're taking under the governor's directive to manage costs in the short run. We'll have detailed guidance out on a hiring freeze and spending controls today or tomorrow. We're not freezing hiring for positions responsible for direct care of children. We're also doing work to prepare for more formal action on the budget. I don't know if or when some of these will be enacted, but we're preparing for a situation much worse than I currently expect to happen. Again, so that we can be prepared for whatever happens. Not doing the planning would be irresponsible, but I recognize that doing it can make people very worried. To provide you some history, in the last recession, there were a lot of very unpleasant things that happened, including salary freezes, unpaid furloughs, reductions in programs, etc. There were not mass layoffs of staff, and the legislature worked very hard to have that be true. Since then, the makeup of the legislature has changed in ways that are more likely to have this be true this time. Thank you for the work that you're all doing to keep kids safe. Keep yourself safe. Wash your hands. Thank you again.